Okay, I was going to go over my progress here with the Top Step account and then also with the Apex accounts. So I got to get this one to 106,000, and right now it's at 101,750. So uh, I am at the just above the 50% consistency. So 62.2% there on that one. And then this one, I had to claw back some. Um, and I got it to 50,208 today. Let's see. I did want to play a micro. I think we're gonna have a two down day tomorrow. If I had to guess, that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna have a two down day tomorrow, and so we'll see. I missed that though because I did want to go short right there, but right now we're at a pivot basically at 45. There on ES. So let's see where. So the hours of two down. That 45 though, unless we flush down to 39 on this one is the daily. So I'd really like like to see us pushed on down through here on this 45 area. But anyway, so that's that one. The rhythmic one is at I think just under 100,000. I got it to I was down $1,000 in it, and I got it back, um, and was able to make almost $600 today. So I got it back to $99,985. So basically, I'm just $15 shy of basically starting balance on that. So that's basically the status of everything. Not too bad. I'm not in bad shape overall. Uh, you know, I I actually was not feeling well today, so I really didn't trade much during the New York session at all, which I really don't like trading New York anyway, so it's fine. I did trade the afternoon and caught back to the upside, and that's how I was able to get those accounts back where they needed to be. So I did do that, but I mean overall, I'm really not in a bad spot. But after a big down day, I really think that we continue um, on into this mother bar here. And like I said, we can go ahead and make the 50%. So we basically just bounced off of it. But in any close below this 57.44 here on ES, I'd look for these other areas to hit. And I may go ahead and turn the fibs on those just so I know where what I'm looking at on those. It's just something I basically decided to start doing was was fibs in the mother bar. I mean, I really like the wicks better. I feel like those give better targets. Um, but all the levels I laid out from Sunday stream have definitely hit. I'm gonna go ahead and take one micro on M&Q. May get a bounce on a smaller time frame. Actually, maybe up into here. Oh, but we also could continue to push down here. I mean, we're we still got 10 minutes left in this hour. I just think we get a two down day tomorrow and come down and tag these levels here. So on NQ, I'd be looking at 19 680s, and we can do that on this one as well. Sorry, we can do the mother bar fib here. Yeah, so look at those levels there. But this is basically where I'm getting it is where the liquidity was in inside this bar here back on the 18th of September. Just trying to see if maybe we get a little bit of a relief bounce here before I go short. But yeah, I'm looking to take this short overall, and probably swing short the majority of the night. When we went down 200 today, I knew it was a possibility we could go down 400 because that's generally the way NQ works. And with ES, it's generally anywhere from 15 to 30 to 50. So Apex decided to, I guess they had a lot of people pass evaluations, and so they decided to extend their sale until the 9th. So you can still grab one of the accounts for 80% off plus the $85 lifetime fee. So if we get it again, if we get a 2 down day tomorrow, I'm looking in this area for bounces, um, and I mean the down would be here at this level 814. But you know this 760s area would probably be a good place to buy. So I'm gonna put one there because these would just be micros, so I could average in, well, as they say you shouldn't, dollar cost averaging. You can average in one time. So if I averaged in, let's say here, buy another one there. So I'm just going to go ahead and set those orders there. We may not even get down to those levels. I don't know. But there is a huge volume imbalance here from 19,498 all the way up to 19,579. Now, if we get a down day tomorrow, I don't really look for those to hit, but because we'd be going what, another 300-400 points down. I mean, I guess it's possible. It's possible for sure. We had it today, so but yeah, just look. Just overall looking for. Well, you got a point right there. They do allow you to do it once. So with my order set right here, that's technically once, right? That's technically one DCA into a losing trade. So there you go. Because I don't know where they're gonna buy it exactly. I mean, it's just some good levels that the algos may turn on and buy, right? So I didn't realize how pale I was. I see myself in this camera. Oh man, it's funny. I don't really wear makeup unless it's some sort of special occasion, but my goodness, I'm pale. Yeah, so I'm really tempted to get in short, but I'd really like to see a bounce first before I do it. So I've kind of been trading something that I don't know if a lot of people have noticed. This is something I've really noticed. But basically, like, let's take for example ES. So we're down 10, right? I've just been noticing something with nines. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say you're plus 9 on the day. A lot of times you'll go plus 15. If you go plus 15, you're going to go plus 30 and plus 50 potentially. If you're if you're -9, you're probably going to go -15. ES is playing out with that right now. We're down 11, and here's where I'm seeing this. So do we come down 15 first, or we rotate back to -9 and then back to positive before continuing lower? Um, so actually, let me put ES here on the chart so you can see. So we're -11.5. We'll just say 12. My hunch is we go 15, which would put us 3, 6, 9 here. If they buy this first, then I think we're going back to -9, possibly -5 before continuing lower. I don't know. It's just something I've been noticing. It doesn't always play out, but it seems like it plays out a lot, especially on on ES. Um, Kind of like how NQ moves in tranches of 20. It seems. Oh, I'm gonna switch to MES in case I'm wrong here, but I really want to see if we can catch 15. So another 4 points down. This would be 4 right here at 45. Break would potentially move us to 39. Oh, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say when they'll be done with this. Moving around in here. Um, you know what? I'm gonna play around with something real quick here on the hour. I just want to see something. All right. So because it's always hard for me to tell, are they going to take us two down? And I don't want to be super premature. Um, I mean, the strat keeps you pretty safe if you wait on the actual strat trigger, but I don't always do that. I sometimes anticipate and it gets me in trouble. No, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. I want to sell one there at I want to sell one at 52. Let's see if can I move this? I don't know how this works really. Playing with the Dom. Because if they pop this inside, I want to take it short around in here. So I've got it at 51 and a half. And it might not get there. I don't know. Okay, I moved it to 51. I'm just trying to trade a little bit smarter. Um, I'm telling you, I was gonna miss it by like a tick or something. It got like right there. See it? Oh my gosh. Maybe it'll push back up into there and fill me. I just moved it down by another half point because I wanted to come up here, so fill me, and then proceed lower. I may have to go ahead and get in one now. I don't know because I really think they're going to take those two down and continue. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and add one. We'll add it. Go ahead and get in. We'll add another one if they come up and buy it, and then take us slower. They might not. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm just like I said. I'm just trying to trade a little bit smarter. And get some more precise entries. So see, this is what Apex would say would be dollar cost averaging. So I got in, I'm red. If I add up here, if it comes back up and it fills me, they would consider that DCA. But you're allowed one time. So, I would still be okay by their rules. And this is a oh no, am I in a mini or a micro? No, oh okay. All right. So I'm in a micro. I was like, "Oh no." Okay. So see how it's about to add me back in here? So Apex okay, so that's one time I can dollar cost average in. Now, according to them, I cannot average in anymore. And I could be wrong about this trade too. I mean, they could be bringing us back up. Um, here on the hour. I mean, we could be getting it back inside, and it come all the way up here to 50, 57, 54. Playing the nines. If we play the nines, then yes, this would come up and go to -5. Oh, my buddy Alp, what, dude? I'm honored. I'm honored you tuned in. I try to watch your stream as much as possible, and man, I've learned a lot from you. Like you got mad respect from me for sure. But yeah, so just to recap overall. So I'm expecting another two down day, and just from continuation. So we had an outside day which took out both sides of the previous day range. Those are all levels that I laid out Sunday night, that I was looking to trade. And then so now we're definitely still back inside on the day, which usually happens after an outside day. You usually get some buying pressure back inside, and I mean, it could continue here as well. So just small buying pressure at the moment, but they could get buying pressure all the way back inside, make it an inside day before taking us lower. But I don't know. I mean, it remains to be seen. The night is young, so we'll just have to see what happens from here. But I overall, I'm anticipating another down day into this mother bar range here, and especially if we break the 57.44, looking all the way down to 57.34. So that give you 10 points on ES. If we get a two down day, they would have to break this 57.30s area, to flush us down into the 20s and into the teens. So, I don't know if we'll get it, but that's it's definitely on my chart. To see if we get a two down day. But so right now, just playing around with a couple micros because I do want to average into this position, in case we do get a two down day. If I'm wrong, I can switch. I'll just bail and go for more of the upside target. And but I do have more than one account, so maybe I'll trade long into for now. But on that rhythmic account, yes, I am into. I mean, if we break 57.44 here on ES on down into the 30s, if we break 57.32, that would give me confirmation we're going to get a two down day, which is just a directional down day. But yeah, overall, I'm anticipating more downside, continued downside. Right now, I'm wrong. So if we close this next 15 minutes here above this 57.50, so based on what I've just been noticing with the nines again on ES, if we close this 15 minutes here above -9, I'd be looking for 54 to hit, because um that would go up to 5, so it'd be -5. And then if we get buying pressure from there, then I'd be looking to get back to even before, potentially more downside. I know it doesn't make any sense, probably. It's just something I've really noticed as of late. It's just, I don't know, it's just a really interesting thing. I don't quite understand it or why it works. It just has seemed to be working for some reason. I'm actually glad I slept in. Well, I woke up this morning and then I looked and I went back to sleep. I was exhausted. Um so I went back to sleep and then caught the afternoon run back up that new 4 o'clock candle. I was anticipating some buying out of that, so it worked, and so I was able to catch some of that and at least get my accounts back in positive territory, because my rhythmic account was down $1,000, but I was able to scrape all of it back, thank God. Um, so I caught that afternoon run, and the Top Step account was able to add. I think I added like four, 500, 400, 450 maybe to that. But that's nowhere to being close. Close. Okay, so right here on this 15 minute here on NQ, you can see this here if I'll move my mouse. Uh, Probably gonna look for about 20 points of upside here. So I'm gonna buy. Let's see. I'm just doing micros. Just gonna do a couple micros in that one. That's the Top Step account, but I've still got a way to go before that one is anywhere close to being passed. I got 101,750 in it basically. So definitely taking some heat here in this Apex PA, but like I said, I mean, if we can close this next 15 minutes um above -9, then I would look for about a 4 or 5 point push there on ES. And about I'm looking for about a 20 point push here, just real quick on NQ. But I'm not willing to play that with a mini. That thing, uh, I don't know what it is. I can play ES minis, but those NQ minis, I can catch it every once in a while, but for the most part, I'll do micro. So here, real quick. So the nines is working out. So we went from -9. I'm looking for another 2.5 point push here on ES to bring us to -5. So we'll see if it works out. And it might not. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say at the moment. I do trade on larger time frames. I like the hour, 4 hour daily. Um, Kudos to my buddy Alpine over there. It trades on the 1 minute. I tried it and I can't. Oh my god, it racks my nerves. I can't do it. I've tried and tried, but I can't do it. So when I started learning the strat, I mean Rob was on. Yeah, Rob was on. He said if you're learning the strat to do an hour and 30 minute, 1 hour chart and a 30 minute chart. Um, so that's I don't know. I found the 4 hour because what I noticed was every 4 hours you get a brand new candle, right? And so I learned how to read the price action off of that new 4 hour candle. And so I started trading the 4 hour candles. So today it worked out great. I mean, most days it does. Most days it works out great, but um, I have to start my analysis on the daily, and then once I get to the daily, then I generally go down to the 4 hour and then the 1 hour. And I'll sometimes go down to a 15 minute, but that's generally about as low as I go. Is there is somewhere around the 15 minute. Well, they brought us up to -7.5, and now they're coming back the other way. I don't know if they're coming back to test this liquidity here, and then back up through, or back down, to continuation with the two down pattern. We'll see. Overall, they are selling it on the day so far. My average hold time just kind of depends, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm building right now, so sometimes it'll be less or more, um, but I have held trades all night long, especially with one micro. I mean, if I'm pretty convinced about my targets, and what the overall strat is telling me, then I mean I'll hold trades all night long. I'll just go to sleep with them on, um, you know, because I'm pretty convinced of of the price action. I will tell you this: I absolutely suck at chop, suck at it. Yeah, I got no problem with it. I got no problem with it. I'll sleep like a baby. I mean, if I'm pretty convinced of the price action, especially on a daily time frame, I mean, it's gonna whipsaw in and out, so I just let it ride. But you're definitely gonna have to have some some drawdown available, if you're gonna do that, because you may take some heat. Yeah, I've done that too. I've done that too. Well, I don't really sleep. I I sleep amazing throughout the day. I don't really sleep well during the night. My work schedule is all over the map, for one thing. Um, so it's that's usually pretty difficult. But like I worked last night pretty late, and then was supposed to be, well, I got off work at 10:30, so by the time I get home it's 11:15, 11:30. Time I wind down, it's 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, because I like to trade that opening 1 a.m. candle. So there was that fighting against me, and then I was supposed to be back at work at 8:30. Well, if I work during the day shift, I got to go through three school zones. Um, so that adds an extra 30 plus minutes right there. Um, so I set my alarm for 6:30. Had every intention of getting up, and I was just like, I don't feel good. So I went back to sleep, and I slept like noon, and then traded the afternoon session. Scraped all my losses back. Was But I was like, why do I do this? Why do I put myself through this? All right, so that downward pressure is working out again. I mean, I mean, they now I'd be looking for -15 here on ES. Hard to say for certain because the um we're still inside technically until we break this and go two down. But so I don't know. That's the only thing with I hate inside candles in a way because you'll get chopped up you're if you're on a smaller time. Well, even on a larger time frame. I've gotten better about trading inside candles just because you can play the edges on them, especially on a larger time frame. But on a shorter time frame, if you're stuck inside, I mean, you can get chopped up, and that's why I like looking at a larger time frame to kind of see the overall picture. I'm kind of a big picture person for the most part, so I like to see the overall picture and the lay of the land before I really try to make some decisions. But yeah, when you're inside, where do they go? Two down, right there. They just shot us down. All right, so this one target is close to hitting here, 39. So yeah, so if you follow my rule of nines there, um, but I'm gonna go. Oh, I don't want to do ES. I'm gonna buy one now, take one off. All right, so that leaves me in still one micro. So see, so the DCA thing worked out. I thought I might have been wrong there for a moment, um, but oh wow, yeah, I was looking at cattle earlier today. I should have ended up trading some more of that. Um, all right, so where was I? There we go. So my next first target down will be 37, so 57.37 here on ES. I can't believe I got 14 of you watching me. That's nuts. I used to wake up all the time when I was trading options. I do still trade options some, but I like futures better, to be honest with you. I mean, now this morning, if you caught that first 15-minute candle to the downside, uh, there was a put that went from like 3 to 2,300 in that first 15-minute candle. But you'd have had to see that and been super fast on the trigger in order to hit that. Now, now that we're down 15, they could rotate us back to -9 on ES. However, they also might rotate us down -30. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Where is NQ? Yeah. So they're down 70. So I'd be next target on NQ. I'd be looking at 19,866, and that comes from this wick here, or eight. Well, let's just say 870. 19,870 would be where I was looking. We are still well, you could draw a smaller broadening range here at 830. Um they do have this volume imbalance here. Huge volume imbalance. But these orange levels are what I drew on Sunday. So see, we're two up red on the week so far. Um, but yeah, this anywhere between 800 to 720, all the way down to six uh 20s area. I mean, we could potentially get a nice little bounce right there. That's the weekly. Um, so we're still inside on this day as well. Um, you're looking somewhere around here, this 870s area, maybe to take some profit if you're short on Nasdaq. If we do break and go two down, I'd be looking for 815 to break, and then somewhere buying pressure somewhere here around the 690s, anywhere from 690s to 700s. Let's go ahead and put in an order. Move it a little bit, so somewhere around 700 area. This looks like a nice place for them to bounce it. And I'll get an alert if my order fills anyway. So we still got about 30 minutes before Japan opens. Be interesting to see how they open. If I had to guess, they're going to open down. I tried to trade that that thing is that thing is wild. It moves like $50 a tick or something. I mean, it's just I don't maybe 25-30 bucks a tick, but the spreads on it are pretty wide. So unless you have a really good read on that, it's hard to trade in my opinion, but even much harder than NQ. I should have had some orders sitting out here to go short here at 2030 today, but I didn't. I think we probably bounced from there though. If I go back to the hourly, did we bounce at 2030? Uh, Probably. Let me go down to a 15 minute and see if we bounce somewhere around 2030 today. Yeah, but not much. Yeah, not much. So from 2030 up to about 40 points. I mean, that would have been a nice long right there. Okay, so here's a good example here on NQ here on the 15 minutes. So we got outside um and then back in now they're going back inside green. So I'd be looking for maybe 19,918 area to hit. There's 17. They're going to get it close. There you go. There's an 18. All right, so this is why I have to have a little bit of a larger time frame up, but let's just go down to the 1 minute here. Um, so here's how you could have just played that if you were looking at the levels I was looking at there real quick. So you could have had an order there at 18 to go short, and then that would have got you 7 points just real quick here. But I can't read levels. It's hard for me to read. It's harder for me to read them on a smaller time frame, and that's why I like the larger time frames. Just the liquidity here was here at 18. I mean, you can see how many times they've pushed 18. So yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I will keep a 1 minute chart up just to do some scalping on. Um, and I'm trying to get a little more familiar with the Dom, but I think I don't know. It's kind of hard to navigate in my opinion. So if they break 18 here, then I'd look for 23 to hit on NQ. And I've been I don't have my Thinkorswim up, but and I wish I could find it on here, but there was an indicator on Thinkorswim. It was really the only indicator I liked, and it was called Ace Buy Sell, because you could see the volume, the buying versus selling volume coming in, and I really need to add it back and go look at it just because it would really help me scalp. So yeah, so if they break 18, I'd be looking for 23. So let's just take a micro right here. Oh shoot, I did a mini. Crap. Well, maybe it'll work out. Okay, boom. All right, there's 45. I'm gonna get out right there. It hit 23. So quick 45 bucks. Maybe I can train on a 1 minute. But I have to have the larger time frame in order to read the levels. So if they push 23, maybe 29 comes next. Well, there's 26. So we'll see how this plays out. Let's see if 29 comes. They could create a mini TTO right here, which stands for triangle they out. If you want to look up Rob Smith and his video on that, they could create a triangle they out right here, almost like a mini broadening formation, and then just come all the way back through these levels. But buying pressure has come in there on NQ. But yeah, if you get an outside candle, chances are if you don't go two down, you're gonna well every two starts as a one anyway, so you're gonna get back inside first before you can continue two down, um, or two up. I mean, I highly doubt they'll take us two up tomorrow. I mean, anything's possible. I've seen it happen, but probably not likely. So the 20 points played out right there. If anybody took that long, I said I was looking for 20 points to play out, and there's your 20 points. If I hadn't been a wuss, then I would have taken that on a mini. But alas, as they say. should have really taken my profit down there. um, so let's see here. So now on ES, we're back. We're just chopping, especially on the 1 minute. But we'll see if the nines play out again. I mean, they're giving it another whirl. That's for sure. I'll still scalp with minis, but I prefer to hold a longer position with a micro. Now, here's where I think Apex is wrong in their DCA. Okay, because and I mean I'm not a professional trader, but I know excuse me, this is how professional traders operate. They will build what they call a core and they'll trade around that core. So they'll get their core position in place and then trade around it. So it's not really DCAing. I mean, I guess in a way it is, but it's more what they call trading around a core because they may have a core position and then, they'll do option strategies to trade around that, maybe sell some premium, especially with options. Let's say that they're, long, they'll sell some short premium against to finance their long position. So that's the only thing I don't like, is you can't like I can't be long or I'm sorry, I can't be short. I can't be short and then go long. Because that's at least not in ES, and that's why I did in Q. Because I think you can be long one instrument and short the other, but like I couldn't be short MES and then switched and trade long ES. They're not going to allow you to do that in a PA account. Again, I don't like that because my core is short. So I'm having to scalp long against it, but that's not really where I see the market going. So I have to keep that. Now, if I want to scalp ES long, I would have to close out this short position and then trade around it. So maybe a dip down here into 18 on NQ before trading back up. Um, I don't know, but they definitely played that right. Um, let's see where we are on the 4 hour here on NQ. So yeah, just two down, but just kind of retracing. I mean, they could retrace it up to the 50s. So about another 30 points up. Just have to kind of see how it plays out here. Let's look at NQ here on the 15-minute. Yep, two up on the 15er, as Rob would say. I miss that guy. Learning the strat was like the best thing I could have ever done for my trading. I'm definitely taking some heat on that short. They're retracing, so maybe now potentially ES goes to 56. They played the nines out. They played the nines out. Um, so right here, so they brought us from -9 up to -6. I'd be looking for -5 to hit. So about another point and three quarters. Maybe about another 20 points up there on NQ. So here we got three back inside green, which I said I was looking for about another 20 points there, and then two up. So 3-1-2 pattern played out just perfect there on NQ on the 15-minute. That's where Rob got the numbers for the strat because he was from Chicago, area code 312. Named them accordingly. So 3 takes out both sides. Inside is 1, and then 2 is your directional candle. So there's 53 on ES. So I'll be looking for maybe 56 to hit next. 50, 54 and a half. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I need to get something to eat, and maybe hop back on, but around 9 o'clock. Uh, want to watch the vice presidential debate and go from there. So I think Vance is going to wipe the floor with Tim Walz, but we'll see what happens. So, yep, we'll go from there. So I'll hop back on probably about 9 o'clock. So everyone, I hope everyone has a good night. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and feel free to use my Apex code. It's down there, Blues Trades, and that'll get you a pretty good discount. So, all right, hope everyone.